Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of In Over My Head. Thank you guys for tuning in. Today, unfortunately, we're not doing anything super exciting, but something I have to do because family's getting ready to go to Florida next week to go spend time with family at Christmas, and my wife's car needs front brakes. Pretty sure it is just the pads hitting that stopping point, that safety thing that makes it go kind of like this annoying saw in the background right now. But I want to make sure my family's safe, so we're going to replace those. You guys ever just get frustrated with daily drivers? Because I'm at the point now where I'm like, I love the Jeep. Van is a van, but I'm ready to trade them both in for one reliable car for my wife and buy myself a daily driver project car, because if they're both going to keep breaking, I might as well drive a project car at this point. I'm just kidding. I love my Jeep. It's part of owning vehicles, but the good thing is, I'm thankful, like I tell my son, I'm thankful I have the tools and I know how to do brakes. Brakes aren't the most difficult thing in the world. Brakes aren't the most difficult thing in the world. Brakes aren't the most difficult thing in the world. So we're going to tackle that so my family can be safe. And maybe soon we can get back to actually working on Heritage. Because Heritage is looking sad. Look, it's just sitting here. Oh, don't mind Rex. He's upset. Heritage is sitting here like, hey, work on me. Why am I being left alone? You brought me to North Carolina and I'm stuck. I'm sorry, buddy. Big plans for 2024. Anyways, so going to get started on this. Should be, I don't want to say it, but it should be straightforward. Brakes are brakes are brakes. So we're going to jack this up and get started. I'm going to show you guys something I got while I was at Harbor Freight. The other video should be uploaded by now by the time you guys see this, but when I was at Harbor Freight buying my welder, when I had the unicorn coupon, I saw this. This is a magnetic, a 12-inch magnetic hanging tray with screwdriver holder. And I saw this, I'm like, you know what? I got really frustrated when I was working on the Jeep because I kept having to go back and forth, and my little garden cart over here works well, but I thought, man, this is magnetic, and it's got these soft magnets. So before we get started, see, it's got these soft not soft, but like coated magnets. So I got an idea. So when I'm working on something, I want to be able to be like at hand length kind of thing. So I thought maybe it works. So this is going to be my tool storage area for when I'm working on cars. And I think this thing was only under 20 bucks. It might have even been like 15 bucks. So in this video, we're going to try this out. It's not always about having the most advanced shop. So I know a lot of us watch those shows and see these guys with these amazing shops like, oh, I don't have that. Well, this isn't even power. Like, this has no electricity in it. That's what I have. That's what we're working out of in the driveway. So anything I can find to help you guys, that's what I'm going to show you guys. And I think this little magnet tray, I think it's going to work well. I mean, it's adjustable, so depending on where you're working, and my main thing was it had the padded magnets or coated magnets. So we're going to try this out in this video. I'm going to see how I like it. So let's get started on the brakes on the Odyssey. And it's probably going to be a lot of time lapse in this because neighbor's restoring his house over there and trying out Rex on a runner. Normally we're training him not to be on a leash, but when I'm working on something, I really don't want him getting hurt. So if you hear something whining, it's just a dog being frustrated at a runner.
A few moments later.
Well, this video just took a turn. I'm at Jerry Hunt where I bought the Jeep. You know the funny video where we're supposed to grocery shopping? My wife came with me because you're just coming with me this time. So this van is a pain in my butt and it's no longer my problem. We're going to go over what was all wrong with it. The brakes were the icing on the cake. It's like, you really got frustrated. You're supposed to be learning how to work on cars and you got frustrated because of brakes? No. That was the icing on the cake. There's been something wrong with the transmission. It does this weird revving thing when you're driving. It's intermittent. It's not all the time. It needs new tires. But the thing this week is that this is my wife's car. If it was my car, I don't even care. I'll work it out. This little cable. Yeah, that's for this. Let's watch this. It doesn't work. And it stops there. That's as much as the door opens. So I'm just gonna kind of push in on that. So, like I said, that was one of the things. It was just a lot of little things. When we bought this car from the last dealer, not this dealer, the last dealer, they had to sign the Carfax. And this is one of those things, the more you know, always look at the Carfax before you do any of the paperwork on the car. This car is from New York. It was very, very frustrating to us. It had already been a long day. I'm like, I know better, shouldn't buy a car from New York because I know what the Salt Life's all about. But the brakes on this for me was the final straw. I'm like, you know what? We need to look at this. Blue Chip Auto Works is going to come help me with the brakes. I'm like, man, these calipers are seized on. I broke a breaker bar. My impact can't even move it. I've got PB Blaster on there. All the things you need to do, and it still wouldn't come off. I looked online, and I found another van. So I'm like, let's go look at this. It's actually, they're cleaning it up right now. I'll show you guys in a minute. Hondas are great. This is a bad example of a Honda Odyssey. I said there's lots of just weird things. Oh, and when you start the car up, there is some weird rattling noise in the front end. It sounds like the pulleys are ready to fall off. So I started doing the numbers in my head, what it would cost to fix everything to get it reliable, because we're supposed to take this to Florida next week to go on vacation to visit the family for Christmas. It's funny. So I came back to my friends here at Jerry Hunt. This is not a sponsored part of the video or a sponsored video at all, but Jerry Hunt took great care of me when I bought Project Midlife. So I'm like, you know what? Let's give them another shot at it for a car for my wife. And they did great. That's why this is now their problem. And I am getting my wife a new van. New used van. Not brand new. Although the stuff here in this showroom, when the channel blows up, guys, we're coming back to buy something like this. How about I just show you guys? Go. As you can see, they've got a lot of cool stuff here. And maybe when the channel blows up, we'll go buy something like that Shelby or something. I really want a GT500. Always have. Ever since I sold Fords back in 2007, and my used car manager bought a brand new one, ordered a white one, I think it was, Shelby GT500 convertible. Always wanted one. They have a really gorgeous black one, but it's good to dream. But yeah, so this van, we were actually laughing because I traded my Civic in here. We did not name that. And we didn't name this one. So it must be something about silver Hondas. We just don't name them. And if we don't name them, they're probably not going to last long in our family. Because my wife's previous minivan was Masha the minivan. And that thing lasts us like 4 or 5 years. This one just, it happens. So what I'm trying to say about this video is do your research. Make sure you look at the Carfax. And if you can avoid cars from up north or at the coast, always do that. Yeah, I know. I live in North Carolina. I bought a car from New York. We're in a frustrated situation. So I'm excited about this Pacifica because I really like them. I know it's Pacifica. I want something reliable for my family and comfortable for lots of road trips. So we'll show you that in a minute. My wife doesn't have to deal with the headaches of this car anymore. And the thing about my wife is she did not ask for this. Even this van, she was driving a van with no AC for 2 years here in North Carolina because she did not want to have a car payment and not want the payment to go up when we did this. But our wives take care of us, gentlemen. Make sure you take care of them. And as you guys see on this channel, my wife lets me make a lot of stupid decisions. So wouldn't you know, I didn't have time yesterday to do a walk around on the van because it was late and we wanted to go get dinner. And I'm like, I'll do it tomorrow. It's raining. Like, raining. Like, there's little lakes in my yard. We're going to do a walk around in the van, and then I'll get in and end this video. So, let's go do a walk around on the van in the rain, because I promise you guys, yeah, it's really probably not going to sound that bad in the video. So, here it is. My wife's new used Pacifica. This is a 2019 Chrysler Pacifica. Now, we are slowly becoming a Chrysler family, which isn't really surprising because I've loved Jeeps and Mopars for a long time, and I sold them. And when I sold these vans, I love them. Actually, my wife had a Dodge Grand Caravan. We tried to buy one of these. We couldn't. And now she has one. And for years, she's like, I don't know if I want this. She loves this van. It is so nice. I love this red color. It's one of my favorite Chrysler colors. That and Plum Crazy. Plum Crazy is probably like the favorite, but this burgundy-ish color is just awesome. So it's not the most loaded van, but it's not the most basic van. So this isn't the most exciting thing, but my wife is happy. And we all know the saying, happy wife, happy life. So let's get in the van and let's talk about this. All right. So this van is pretty nice. It's got the Apple CarPlay, which is really nice, and we can sync both of our phones, which has been a problem before where, sorry, the light's a little weird. So we both can have our phones synced up to, so no matter who's driving, if we're using different GPSs, it's all synced up. It's got heated seats and heated steering wheel. And yes, we live in the South. So you think, oh, it doesn't get that cold. It gets cold. Not really cold. I get it. But on a rainy day like today, this heated steering wheel was amazing. And so it's nice. It doesn't have the DVD player or anything, but let's be realistic. All of our kids use tablets now, so they really don't need DVD system. But for us, this is a great vehicle for traveling because my family lives in Ohio. She has family in Ohio, and some of her family lives in Florida, so we're always traveling to see family. So that was our main reason to upgrading it with the getting rid of the Odyssey, because the Odyssey literally just had so many little problems. There's adding up. I'm like, I want my wife to have a reliable car. I don't want to have to worry about it. Yeah, I still got to fix some stuff in the Jeep. That's even minor. I want to be able to start working on my truck and not worry about my wife's car and her to have something nice. Because, I mean, my wife takes really good care of me and the kids, and she supports me doing this 110%. So it was well worth it. So that's this video. This episode of In Over My Head definitely took a unique turn that I did not see coming. I thought I was going to fix the brakes and be done. Although it was really funny. I did joke around with my wife before I did the brakes. I told her, last time I did brakes on a vehicle, the vehicle got totaled out like a month later. I had a Ford Focus. I did brakes on that, and like a month later got totaled. She's like, that's not funny. I'm like, it's not funny, but just saying that it's the last time I did brakes on the vehicle, we ended up getting rid of the car. And this one, like I said, those bolts were they were salted on. And yes, I could have got heat and I could have made it work, but that was like the straw that broke the camel's back. And I'm like, we need to look at something else. But I'm excited for my wife. I'm happy for her. Thankful we were able to do this, and thank you to the guys at Jerry Hunt for helping us work out a deal to get this really nice used Chrysler Pacifica for my wife. To get her, this is just truly amazing. She is super happy. Well, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that bell notification and leave some comments below on what you think of these videos lately. If you guys don't hit that little bell button or subscribe, you don't know when the videos pop up and it gets lost in the algorithm. And I would greatly, greatly appreciate it because there is some really, really exciting content coming in the new year. Blue Chip Auto Works and I have been talking a lot. Greasy Corner Garage and I have, and Rev Garage, all of us. I've been talking to 3 of them off and on. There's some exciting things coming up in the new year. So you don't want to miss that. And if you're not subscribed, you might miss it. Thank you guys for all the support. Until next time, guys, happy hunting, everybody.